Ladies and gentlemen, this is an article from the White House. Yes, there's something wrong with WALTZ, and it costs taxpayers $1 billion. Hit subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel. Be at the live streams 3 times a day on H.A. Goodman in the morning, afternoon, and evening on H.A. Goodman of almost 300,000 subscribers. Let's get to over 20,000 subs on this channel. Hit subscribe. We'll do uploads on H.A. Goodman's other channel and live streams primarily. I'm sure uploads, of course, during the course of the month on H.A. Goodman. But this channel, H.A. Goodman's other channel, will do primarily uploads. This is huge. New York Times, how fraud swamped Minnesota's social services system. Then you have MSN, more than 90 people charged over alleged Minnesota fraud. Forbes, Kash Patel says FBI investigating Minnesota fraud. Check this out. By the way, subscribe to Nick Shirley. His YouTube channel should be at 10 million subs, but check it out.
Whose video documenting those suspicious activities at child care centers in the state has gone massively viral. All right, Nick, we've had you on this show before. You know, I'm a longtime follower of yours. You've done incredible work. I know you're an incredible investigative journalist on the ground. But I guess my question is this. How much investigating did you actually have to do to find these centers, some of them that have misspelled signs? Did you just find them easily, or how did you go about this? Because it's amazing to me that nobody else besides you saw a problem here when they can't even spell on the side of a learning center, Nick.
We're Phoenix Energy.
It's a great question, and I have to give props to the man by the name of David who helped me in this investigation. He's been doing research for years trying to expose this fraud, and nobody has given him the time of day to even talk about this. So with his help and my own investigation, I've known about the fraud taking place for a long time. Minnesotans have been telling me for a long time about the Somali fraud that is taking place. And with his help, we were able to crack over $110 million in fraud in one day. And that's just the tip. When people say it's the tip of the iceberg, it really is, because there's billions of fraud inside the state of Minnesota right now.
Nick, kind of on that topic, you said that, I believe you just said his name was David, has been researching this for years. In your experience, or in your opinion, just spending the day you spent out there tracking this down, is there any way that this hasn't reached the governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz? I mean, take aside ongoing litigation or what have you, but is there any way that he could claim ignorance on this, just in your experience over this investigation?
So the governor does face indictment, the risk of indictment by the Department of Justice. Check it out.
Oh, it's so obvious. If you're living in Minnesota, you have to raise your eyebrows and think, what's going on? Literally, if you drive around Minnesota, around Minneapolis, you'll see daycare centers, autism centers. You will then see transportation companies that have snow piled up as if they haven't moved in months. And then you also go into buildings where there'll be 20 healthcare companies, 14 and 22, the video that I published on X and YouTube. So it is like a kindergartner could figure out that there's fraud going on.
Nick, one of the most shocking things to me in the video that you posted was the reaction of some of the Somalis that you were interacting with. The one clip where they called the cops on you for simply asking about some of the healthcare companies, the 20 healthcare companies that were located in one building. Tell us a little bit about what your interactions were like on the ground.
Yeah, they couldn't even I gave them plenty of opportunities to just answer simple questions. I wasn't going in with some crazy hard-hitting question. I was asking them exactly from the paper, where's this money? Where are the kids? You have a capacity for 99 children. Where are the children? And why are all the windows blacked out? So these people simply could not answer the most simple questions as to where are the children inside these daycare centers.
Nick, when I was your age, I used to watch all the local news stations, and every local news operation had a roving reporter.
So what Nick Shirley is doing is something that should be applauded, especially by Democrats who want Medicare for all. So if you're progressives, if you're a progressive or Democrat or leftist that wants Medicare for all or single payer, why do you think we can't afford it? Well, not only because we have 40 million people in the country, Vermont doesn't even have single payer. But the reason we can't afford Green New Deal or single payer, in not only because they're not feasible in terms of implementation, but because of the rampant billion-dollar fraud going on in places like Minnesota. And also, for the record, God bless the Somali community. I stated this today in the live stream. I don't like it being called a Somali fraud. I like it. It's a Democratic Party scandal and billion-dollar fraud potential scheme. This is not like you have tens of thousands of human beings who are beautiful, amazing, wonderful people. God bless the Somali community. It's not a good thing to label it, and I'm not trying to virtue signal. I'm just saying to paint an entire community with one brush because Democrats allowed or were complicit in billions of dollars being funneled or laundered or fraud and waste and taken from taxpayers. That is a type of thing that has to be labeled a Democratic Party scandal because you can't paint an entire group of people with one brush. So God bless the Somali community. I have only love and respect for Somalis living in Minnesota and everywhere else. And I'm sure Nick Shirley does also. And President Trump, I'm sure, does also. Although, you know what? Politically charged, heated, rhetoric. It's not good. It's not good because it gives Democrats a way to circumvent a scandal that points directly to them. Anyway, hit subscribe to H.A. Goodman's other channel. Be here later today. We'll have 3 uploads here and 3 live streams on H.A. Goodman. Happy New Year. God bless you all. Stay safe, everybody.